He's a 12-year veteran and third-generation member of the Logansport Fire Department. Rick Bear has responded to countless 911 emergencies, but none like the one he was called to on November 3rd. Bear was on the search crew that morning, and when the tone came through, Bear and his partner knew they were going into a house on fire, and an 18-month-old boy was trapped inside. In tonight's Heroes Among Us, meet Rick Bear and the little boy he saved, just doing his job. Rick Bear works C shift at the Logansport Fire Department. He came on duty with the rest of his shift at 7 o'clock that Tuesday morning. 2 hours later, he and 11 other firefighters were called to a house fire with a child trapped inside. Bear says when they arrived, smoke was rolling out of the house.
Every time that tone goes off, it gets your blood pumping, but then when they say there's a child inside and it's a confirmed house fire, it's even more.
Bear says he went left inside the house and his partner went right. The smoke was so bad they couldn't see their own hands but could only feel for the child. They searched a bedroom and a bathroom and found nothing. Firefighters were knocking out windows for ventilation. Bear went inside a second bedroom. That's where he found 18-month-old Daniel hiding under a blanket.
He was face down, unresponsive, but breathing. When I initially found him, it was just instinct. I rolled him over, and he was breathing agonally, struggling to breathe. And from then, I just hollered to the other firefighter that we found him, and it was then just a mad dash to get out of the residence.
Bear was met by medics who took Daniel to the hospital. Daniel's mom, Paula Niblink, was held across the road while firefighters worked to find her child. She had just returned home from taking her older son to school. Paula was met by her sister, who was carrying her own daughter and Paula's 2 girls out of the house. Paula's sister could not get to Daniel. Paula tried, but the smoke was too heavy.
So I went back down because I could hear him. I went back down the stairs and got a scarf to try to see if that was going to help, and that did not help.
You know, when you take the job, what you're doing. You train for situations like that, and you know everybody. You've got each other's back, and it's just your job. I mean, it's what you do.
Daniel was released from the hospital the next day. Paula's first stop was to thank the firefighters who saved her child's life.
I absolutely took them for granted. Absolutely. And that's the first thing that I had to tell them was thank you for what they do, because, I mean, really, if there wasn't people like them.
Bear is a husband and father of 3 children. He says meeting Daniel brings his rescue into perspective. Bear says he would like to see little Daniel grow up and be successful and happy at whatever he does.
My dad was a firefighter here on the department. My grandfather was on the department, so I'm third generation. It's what I've always known I've wanted to do. I love the brotherhood, the camaraderie. It's all a team. I mean, it's a team. I love it.
Rick Bear says when he found Daniel, he was on the floor covering himself with a blanket. He says being low and being shielded from some of this smoke may have helped save the child's life. Paula says Daniel is perfectly fine and suffered no physical harm from the fire.